It's a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
8 yards to go on second down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Vikings nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Check back the line, check back the line. Defense wins championships, baby.
Now Mon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On first down, Carson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wilson. defensive end Danielle Hunter drops him.
And when you think of the Vikings, you think of a team that brings a lot of pressure to the quarterback, but a surprise in 2020, only 23 sacks as a unit last year. So they're in need of bigger production from their pass rush in 2021. Remember, last year's numbers, they were in the bottom 5 in the NFL. No way they want a repeat of that.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7.
Check back 11, check back 11.
Here's Mon. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards that time for number 19. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game and a victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Mon going to throw it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll start out on the ground with Carson and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. This is Carson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's second and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Second and 10 at the 36-yard.
Second and 10. Mond looks to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Mond out of the shotgun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Tyler Lockett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Smith catches left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he will have a Vikings first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. They're going right back to Westbrook. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mon. Flushed out right. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. That's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your...
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mon. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. From the gun, here's Mon. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mon steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Check back the left.
Does a nice job there defensively. Touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him.
At the 17-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Mond. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Hey, check back the left. Check back the left. Watch the pass.
They'll look to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Then he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is,
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
an offensive line play and pass protection has been a problem in recent years for the Seahawks, and more importantly, for quarterback Russell Wilson. They allowed 48 sacks last year, the 5th most in the NFL. They vowed to improve, didn't get it done on that play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, they'll lock it with a grab over the middle. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play fake. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he stopped immediately there. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a first down. And he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up Tyler Higbee. He's excited about his opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Last year, 41 catches, a career high.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Carson. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. Runs over him. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0.
Vikings, nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go play action here. Mon being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
Cook now off the read option. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. Cook able to escape. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Let's get it. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Hey, we got Michael. 3. Switch.
Mon now off of play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. A strong running. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Jason Myers on for a field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mond. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Check pass, check pass. Check 3, check 3. 22 needle.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Check Mike 11.
Mond going to throw it. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Mond looks to throw on first down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go back to Carson here on second. Down to the 25.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Carson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Play action. Now Wilson.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Cook following the penalty. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Mond, throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mond out of the shotgun.
Able to get away. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Bobby Massey, the right tackle, called for the penalty there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second and 20.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Got him in. It's Brown.
Wilson's pass complete to Antonio Brown. A gain of 17 yards, but it's third down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Mond looks to throw.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Brings up third and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A give. This is Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here's Mond. They're going for it.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Mond to the air on 1st and 10.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And some room to run now. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That is caught by Thielen, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll run with Cook. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Short of the goal line. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Cook fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And now look at him go.
Well, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. And to give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. A Seahawk 1st down as Wilson finds Lockett.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. It's Carson, and not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Vikings 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Get off the field.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They go play action now. Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 19. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the victory here for Seattle, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the great